welcome to the channel. How are you guys doing? Let's make myself visible. All right, here we go. Boom. And just like that, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my show, Modern Renaissance Man. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man. And if this is your first time visiting, get an idea what my channel was about. But one thing I always encourage every last one of you guys to do is to make sure that you do not forget to subscribe. Seriously, like right now, don't forget to subscribe. I know a lot of you guys watch my channel and you think that you are subscribed. Something can happen to you psychologically, but you would think that you are subscribed to my channel because you watch my channel. But go over there and double check, because YouTube is unsubscribing people from my channel. And also, when you do subscribe, make sure that this bell notification right here, make sure you click the bell notification. But when you do click it, make sure it says all notifications. All right. Appreciate you guys for all that good stuff. And also, just like with everything else, I got to let you guys know, to the ones that wants to donate to the channel, do it through Cash App. Don't do it through YouTube Super Chat, because YouTube Super Chat, YouTube gets their cut on that. And quite frankly, because the way YouTube been acting lately, I wouldn't want them to get a piece of anything that you guys send to me. Now, what YouTube gives me and they take their cut, okay. But what you guys give me, I wouldn't want YouTube to have any of it. So I'd rather have you send it through Cash App, okay? Now, that being said, let me just say this, ladies and gentlemen, to you that who were here, that were tuning in with me yesterday while I was in the radio station. Yes, they came for us, ladies and gentlemen. We were having a good conversation on the radio, all that good stuff. And then somebody from the community, somebody from the alphabet community, the Campbell Soup community, they were offended in the conversation that we were talking about. So they tried to flag the channel. So just like what YouTube does, because YouTube is on this whole Me Too, believe all women, or believe all sensitive snowflakes, no cone color hair, justice, butt hurt, easy melting snowflakes of a personality punks, because YouTube believes them. YouTube pulled me out of my own stream and had me go live with somebody from YouTube. Hey, we just want to let you know, as of right now, your stream is still up, but we're pulling you away because we heard that you were displaying hate speech, blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting here telling YouTube, no, I'm not. I'm on the radio station right now. You guys just pulled me off my channel. And they said, oh, your stream is still up, but we need to look at some things before we put you back up. So YouTube, I didn't know they can even do that, which that's the first time that's ever happened to me, where they pulled me out of my own stream, but yet my stream was still going. Really, really weird. So anyway, by the time I don't know what it is, what you call it, what they did, but by the time they so-called, I guess, unfroze me from being out of my channel, they said, well, would you allow us to go through your video and see where there was any hate speech? I said, sure. Now, I did not know that during that time they were going to completely pull the whole live down. So that's what ended up happening, ladies and gentlemen. But as y'all can see, the video from the radio station that I did yesterday, that video is still up right now. Why? Because there was no hate in there. So just to say this to the ones that might be in here right now, that you might be one of those folks that I'm just waiting to push that button. Y'all are not going to be able to get me. Just hang it up. You're not. Stay butthurt. Stay sensitive. Stay easily offended. Stay that way, because you're not going to be able to get me, because still to this day, YouTube is unable to find any hate speech or any hate coming from Ty Smith. Try again. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And now the cool thing about it that YouTube did too, they put a special little thingy next to me because they see that I am a victim of you guys' hate. Oh my God. Oh, have the tables have turned. Now YouTube is actually going to say, since we've seen in the past months and have your channel been getting flagged, and all of my videos when it comes to hate speech have been reinstated back up here. Want to know why? There was no hate speech. So the most people who cry about intolerance, you guys are being intolerant. Thank you for showing yourselves. We already knew it. And I thank God. I mean, to be honest with you, if the Lord wanted to use me to be the ones that y'all came after to show who truly displays hate, thanks for showing y'all hate. Alphabet community, thanks for showing y'all hate. Snow cone color hair kids, social justice warrior crew, thanks for showing y'all hate. Look what y'all have done. I'm being sarcastic now. Look what y'all have done. You guys are all coming for this black man. Are we black people not suppressed enough? Are we not oppressed already by this system? Look what y'all doing to the black man. Y'all trying to silence the black man. Oh, y'all didn't know I could play that card on y'all, did y'all? I'm just being real with y'all. I flipped the script right back on y'all. Y'all that follow me on this channel, you guys all know I'm not about all that nonsense that black people can't get ahead because of white people, blah, blah, blah. But I tell you what, when they came for me in that way, I just asked a question. YouTube, can you guys explain to me why you guys have this huge thing that you said for the next 5 to 10 years, you guys are going to really push out hashtag black voices? I'm a black voice, so why is my voice being suppressed? So yeah, I just asked him the question. I said, why am I being targeted by these people that anytime I put a video up, they want to flag me for hate speech? And you guys constantly find that there's no hate speech in there. So what YouTube's told me is that they are not going, if I happen to get flagged while I am live, they are not going to pull me out no more. They're not going to pull the video. What they're going to do, they're going to put the video on what they call hell for review. They're going to go through the video while the video stays up. And if there's anything found in it, then they will pull it. So I got to give some kudos to YouTube for doing that, because they see that somebody is being targeted. Or at the same time, YouTube, you guys must forgot that y'all sent me a survey. And I know what's happening in Texas. And it might be a thing where it's going to be trending. I'm not stupid, YouTube. I saved every last video y'all ever pulled of mine. Yes, I have. I saved every last time y'all suspended me for a week and 2 weeks. And I'm keeping it. So now they're like, oh, because y'all, there's some stuff that's going to be happening in the coming years or coming year that y'all don't know about. They sent me a survey asking me some questions because some big time folks are coming after big tech. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Here's the thing. I'm just going to do what I do. And I don't care about people disliking me. I'm not going to sit there and not tell you guys the truth. Yada, yada, peanut butter. But with that being said, again, you can send things right there, because I just got a text that came in. You can send it through the Cash App. The ones who asked me, how do I send it? It's right there. Just keep looking at that ticker. See this little ticker? Your donations are best sent here. See that? That's where you send it to. So y'all don't have to email me no more. Just right there. It's the money sign in Modern Renaissance, man. So anyway, if you do send something, great. If you don't send nothing, great. That's not what I'm about. I have a very good career and I don't need anybody's money. But for the ones that like to send donations and say thank you, then by all means, do that. Now, I'm not going to call the person's name out because they don't like for me to do it. But I just want to let you know, I did get your gift. Okay? You know who you are. I did get your gift. Thank you, sir, and your wife for sending this gift right here. And I'm going to put it under the Christmas tree. Okay? And I'm going to open it on Christmas. Thank you for sending this to me and my wife. Okay? So appreciate that. You know who you are. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to get into the situation that's at hand. Thank you all for being here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done it yet and you're not subscribed to the channel. Do not forget to hit that like button right now so that this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. There's 140 people in here right now and 90 likes. Let's see if we can make those match. All right. Appreciate it. Let's get ready to get into it. All right. So you guys all see, and I'm getting ready to share the screen with you. You guys all seen the so-called big news, and I just want to let you guys know, I literally did something on purpose. I took that screenshot to show you guys what was going on with Twitter, so you guys can be like, oh, man, what's getting ready to happen here? Or Ty Smith looks surprised. Y'all should know me better than that. This is just one way to get you guys to get in here to say, well, okay, what is this dude getting ready to talk about when it comes to Elon Musk? I'll show you guys. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the tweet that went out. Aaron Murray, as you guys can see, says, when will we get the Twitter files on COVID? The info on the suppression of many doctors and scientists. Who was involved? Suppression of what has turned out to be factual information. Elon Musk said, oh, it's coming big time. So now what happened is I got a lot of my colleagues, a lot of my friends who came back and said, woo-wee, Ty. Woo-wee. This is about to be some big news, Ty. And y'all, I hate to break it to y'all. When Elon Musk releases these things from Twitter, and you guys do end up finding out the truth. What's going on, my guy, Darren Long? Shout out to Darren Long in here. We give a shout out to a few of you guys in here. Darren Long in here. I see him on a lot of the panels, all that good stuff. Very logical, intellectual right there. Got Mr. Dante in here, been with me for some time. Shout out to you, Dante. Miss D'Souza, very supportive all the time in here. We got a few of you guys in here. I recognize your name. Look, Troy, what's going on? What's going on, Troy? Shout out to you. Shout out to all you guys in here. Kay Grace, how are you doing? It says, hey, young man, stay strong. Oh, always, always. You don't have to worry about that. You guys, I'm always going to be bringing it. You all know it. Now, Troy said, you sent snowflakes to safe spaces all over the net. Exactly. Mr. Dante said there is no such thing as hate speech. It's just a people hating hearing truth. Absolutely 100%. So appreciate you guys all being here. Katrina Williams says, been a while. How are you, sis? I'm always good. Always good. Love your update, says Spectrum Wiz. Appreciate that. First time chatting. Hugs from Mess, Arizona. What's going on, Tammy? Whatever. And Harold said, hello, Todd. Shout out to you, Harold. Millimel says, hit that thumbs up on my way in the door. All right. All right. Appreciate that, sis. That's right. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. All right. So Tim Hicks says, so glad to be here. I'm glad that you're here too, Tim. Then we also have Marianne. Marianne says, finally caught alive. Yay. Shout out to you, Marianne. You and the husband. See that? I'm only saying it because I assume that's who it is in that picture there. So I could be wrong, but I mean, could be a brother. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know. Anyway, the body bags says, oh Lord, the body bag says, that is amazing. Ha ha ha. Keep up the great work, brother. Definitely will. All right. So let's get ready to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So here's the deal. When Elon Musk just got done saying, oh, it's coming big time. What it's going to do, and I'm just being honest with you guys, is going to make you really get ready. Sue Prov, what's going on, my sis? Justice says, thank you for doing this. Absolutely. What this is going to do, okay, let's get into it. I know I keep saying that, don't I? All right. So what is this? This is what's going to, this is, slow down, Ty. I'm working on it, y'all. Y'all know that's a Jamaican in me that's fast talking. What this is going to do is going to make us speculate a whole lot. It is going to make us really, really, really speculate. Okay. You're getting ready to see a bunch of truth that's getting ready to come out. But let me just tell you this. I guarantee you, and it's not to say anything about me at all, but I guarantee you that everything that I spoke to you guys about, all my videos that have been taken down for so-called misinformation or medical disinformation, I guarantee you, you're not going to find it in any place on those videos where I was wrong. For the past year and a half, I gave you guys all that I had and all that I knew, all the things that I've been through schooling. And even if you're not even in the medical profession, if you were even a nurse, if you're even a physical therapist assistant, medical assistant, physician assistant, all these different things. If all of us had to go through the basic ABCs and 1, 2, 3s when it comes to virology, when it comes to cytology, when it comes to diseases and the diseases processes, it didn't take nobody to be a full-blown medical doctor to understand those fundamentals of the building blocks of this. Okay. What I'm saying is this. When Elon Musk released these things about COVID-19 and the truth comes out, it's going to cause a lot of people. For one, some of you guys are not going to believe it at all. Some of y'all going to think, well, how do we know this is false? How do we know? It does not matter. A lot of people will end up coming up with ways to keep themselves from having to face the truth. So, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube, please be on alert right now, YouTube, because what I'm getting ready to say is what has been given to us medical professionals. Okay? This is what's been given to us over the airways, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm telling you, we about to go over this again. I'm getting ready to show y'all. I'm about to show y'all what medical professionals get. Okay? This is what we get when it comes to information. So, when all this stuff was going down, you weren't able to go to parks. You weren't able to hardly go out and walk around. They say 6 feet apart. Y'all know I don't even want to go back through all that mess, but I'm just telling y'all know all the terminology that was being used. Social distance. We're in this together. All those terms. Oh my God. All the terms. We're living in perilous times, uncertain times. Couldn't go to the park, couldn't go out and about, barely let you get in the yard, barely let you get out and walk your dog. This is what I'm trying to tell you folks, how they tricked you. By telling you you could not do those things. It is a trick of the enemy. By you not being able to do those things, they made it put in your head the assumption that this stuff is traveling over the airways, like it's airborne, like it can float out in the air. Y'all get what I'm saying? The fact that they limited you and told that you couldn't do certain things, it made your brain. See, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, whether you wanted to or not, Your brain is always trying to solve a problem without your help. Your brain doesn't need your consent to try to solve a problem. Y'all don't believe me? Ty, what are you talking about? Right now, I'm getting ready to do something right now that is not going to take no effort for you to do it, but your brain will do it for you. Now, there's a lot of things in life that it does take you some logical thinking. It does take you to try to look at things from an intellectual standpoint. I get that. I do get that there's some problems that could be presented before you that it takes for you to try to figure it out. But a lot of things, your brain can figure it out without your help. Your brain sometimes can give you a conclusion without your help. What are you talking about, Ty? Check this out. I'm getting ready to do this exercise with you guys right now. Don't think about a pink elephant. Don't think about a green tree. Don't think about a yellow dog. Don't think about a purple bowling ball. Now, how many of y'all couldn't? How many of y'all you gonna lie if you say, well, Tom, you say don't think about a pink elephant. I didn't think about a pink elephant. Stop lying. Your brain already did it for you. Your brain already processed the words that I said and drew up an image in your mind, and you thought about it. Your brain did not need your help to do that. Y'all follow me? Y'all get it? Don't think about a pink elephant. Don't think about a green elephant. Don't think about Joe Biden. Don't think about Donald Trump. The minute I said that, your brain drew those images up in your mind. It didn't need your help to come to that conclusion. It didn't need your help to process that, to draw up an image, right? So good. What I'm saying that for is when they say social distance, can't go out to the parks, you can't go and do this, don't do that, wear a mask, don't go in grocery stores, don't do this. Your brain made you think and had you draw up a conclusion that is floating around in the air. Don't stand too close to anybody. Then, see, this is what I'm saying. This is what they did to you guys. And I tried to tell y'all. So look, these are the forms that I have from almost a year and a half ago that the CDC, the WHO, and all of them sent this information to medical professionals. Right? Ladies and gentlemen, YouTube, I'm showing this. I'm showing this. This is what we've been given. I want you guys to look at something here, okay? These are, this is what they gave us medical folks, and this is what this is, okay? The reason why I'm saying medical folks is because people of all professions are in here. Ladies and gentlemen, always consult your doctor with certain things and certain information. This is given for information purposes. I am not your doctor. I am not your primary physician. I'm not any of those things to any of you guys, okay? I'm not that. I'm doing this for information purposes, but I'm just letting you know right here what I'm about to show you is what has been given to us medical professionals when it comes to different diseases. See this right here? Look at this. Y'all see that? Look at all these diseases on here. Look at all these sicknesses. Look at pneumonia. But I want you to pay attention to this category right here. Look at the precaution. See what the precaution is? Look at the precaution. Okay, so let's go through this. Okay, y'all see that? Okay, so let's look at the influenza A. Look at the precaution to influenza A. Influenza A is contact and it's airborne. Okay, look at measles. Y'all know about measles, mumps, and rubella. It's airborne. Look at lice. Lice is contact. Okay, y'all see that? Look at mumps. Mumps is a droplet. Look at mycoplasma pneumonia. It's a droplet. Okay. The reason why I want to show you guys these things is because I'm showing y'all some basic things before we get to what they sent us about, that C-19 word. Look at herpes. Airborne. There's shingles. Airborne. If decimated. Contact. If resident is immunocompromised. Standard if localized. Okay. Now, I know this is the moment y'all all been waiting for, but I just want to show, and like I said, I just want to give y'all some foundation of where I'm going with this, okay? What about smallpox, Ty? Look at smallpox. Smallpox is airborne and it's contact. It tells you the duration, it tells you about scabs and all that. This is what we get. Tuberculosis, it is airborne, it is contact. Okay? Now, let's look at COVID-19, or what they call SARS. Uh-oh. As per the CDC, symptom-based strategies based on severity of illness if a resident is severely immune compromised, as defined by the CDC. This was over a year and a half that I had this paper. Look what they have it listed under there. Y'all see what COVID-19 is, huh? For the people in the back. Droplet. Droplet. They told us that it was airborne. They told us that it's floating in the air. I told y'all. No, it's just that when they had you do all these precautionary procedures, they knew this. These people know what they're doing, folks. They knew that you were going to come to the conclusion that you can get it if you're too close to somebody. That if they breathe on you, y'all remember all the people, look, y'all remember all those crazy folks that were going around saying, Ty, just because you have a right to such and such don't mean that you have a right to breathe on me. Breathe on you. Y'all remember all that stuff they were saying? Oh God, I'm putting a mask on here. It is a droplet precaution. That means that I have to have spit particles come out of my mouth and literally land in your nose or on your mouth. I have to have spit particles that end up somehow, some way, getting into any type of spot where you can actually ingest it or inhale it. I said that to you guys over a year and a half ago. I had videos from YouTube getting pulled down for misinformation and disinformation, and yet right there is telling you that it is a droplet. And they came and told me, well, here's the thing. The reason why, Ty, is because every time you talked about it, you need to show that paper. Why would I need to show the paper every time I mention this? Okay, so we're going to move on from this. And this is the reason why you guys are sitting there wondering to yourselves, what in the world does this have to do with Elon Musk releasing the truth about this? Because the people that's been with my channel for a long time are going to see that Ty Smith has been saying this for the longest. It is not like whatever's getting ready to be released when these Twitter files are going to be anything that's going to be new. And let's be quite frank, what do you guys expect to happen from that? What do y'all expect to happen from that? When these Twitter files, exactly do you guys expect to happen from that? Huh? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in here right now, don't forget to hit that like button so that this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget, there's 330 some people in there. I really appreciate you guys all being in here. I don't want you guys to be lied to, so stick around for the information that I'm about to tell you. If you know of any family members, anybody that you've been arguing with, let them come right now. Tell them to watch this channel right now, because I'm about to tell you guys some more information that I've been giving to my subscribers from day one. And I'm about to tell you guys again, and I'm going to show you through paper. I've been called a conspiracy theorist and all this stuff like this, although this information has been getting passed to us medical professionals from day one. Back in freaking, man, we started getting this stuff like in 2019. I got videos from when I started this stuff when I was still doing my, okay. Some folks just don't get it. Don't forget, hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. We have 318 of you guys in here, 250 likes. Let's see if we can get that to match. Okay, so let's get ready to move on. Listen to this. As of today, ladies and gentlemen, it's still considered to be EUA, emergency use authorization. Listen to this. I want you to listen to this because this is the foundation of this from the beginning. And that's why a lot of y'all are outraged. I get it. People have died. People have fallen sick. People have gotten a lot of things like pericarditis and myocarditis. All of a sudden, people around the world is acting like, oh, see, now we got them. Now that everybody's getting this V word and everybody has gotten fulfilled. Now, listen to me. When you guys hear me say fulfilled, that means that you got the jab. When you hear me say unfulfilled, that means you didn't get the jab. Okay? I'm just going to throw that out there. Again, if you hear me say fulfilled, because this AI stuff is crazy. If you hear me say fulfilled, that means you gotten the jab. If you hear me say unfulfilled, that means you not gotten the jab. And let me also say this. I understand that there are some of you that you know, you did what you felt and what you thought was best for you and your family when you got you and yourself and your family fulfilled. I don't want y'all to take it like I'm being condescending or I'm being hateful towards you or that I'm being mean towards you. I get it. And to the ones that might be in here that are unfulfilled, we got to be into a point to where we have a little bit of compassion towards the ones that did it because they thought what they felt was best for their family. Some people just don't have the capacity like us mentally to not fear that stuff. And I get it. But to the ones who did it and rubbed it in our face. You guys are going to kill everybody. Yeah, I ain't talking to y'all. I got something else for y'all. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I'm about to show you this. This is from 2019. I told y'all when they gave us this stuff. 2019, when I started telling you guys, listen to the words, because people don't take time to understand the reading of the words. This has been issued as an emergency use authorization. It has been authorized, but look what it says right here. Unapproved. It's been authorized, but it's unapproved. What you've been hearing is that the FDA has authorized this, but then you also see in the sentence where it said the FDA has not approved this. And what would trick your brain would think that those words are interchangeably the same, but they are not. Something that's been authorized does not mean that they approved it. We authorize it to be used, but it doesn't mean that we approve of it. I said this to y'all in 2019. I was in the same boat as you guys, man. You know, this COVID stuff going around. Ooh, is this something that we should be taking? Is this something that we should be doing? But the minute I sat there and saw that something is authorized, but it's unapproved. No. Absolutely not. Okay. We're going to go on, because I got some more stuff in here highlighted that I want you guys to pay attention to. Okay. And like I said, this is a whole big stack of stuff that they gave us to read through. Some people did not take the time to read through. Matter of fact, a lot of medical professionals who I was just shocked. A lot of them didn't even want to take the time to read through it, because, you know, it was almost like y'all better hurry and get it done, because you never know, tomorrow you can get it, or it might, your daughter can get it tomorrow. So this is almost like what they do in Congress and stuff like that. They give you like 1,000 pieces of paper and say you better make a decision before X, Y, and Z. But I'm not stupid. That stuff did not. I'm telling you, I'm not stupid. It didn't scare me. I took my time. I took this paper and I read it. Now look here. Y'all act like that this myocarditis and pericarditis that y'all are hearing about right now, that's going around as a possible adverse effect from this vaccine. From the fulfillment. Y'all think that it's something that's new. It's only new to you guys that have not been following my channel and paying attention. 2019 is when I did this. Look at this. Look what they gave us. Boom. They knew this back in 2019, folks. Myocarditis, pericarditis. Reports of adverse events following use of Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine under the emergency use authorization suggest increased risks of myocarditis and pericarditis, particularly following the second dose. I've been saying it since 2019. Huh? So when Elon Musk released these files, and you guys see that it's going to be like an astronomical number, or you're going to hear information like this, I told you I'm going to be like, okay, Ann, what's new? To everybody else is going to be new, because everybody was so caught up in the pandemonium. So y'all was so caught up in the sensationalism of all this stuff that's going around in media. That's why I kept telling y'all, I said, take some time to get off of social media so you can do what? I said, sit back and really think. Think. That's all I said, is to think. 2019, we already knew that myocarditis and pericarditis was one of the things they told us. And I got on my channel. Went a little blurry there. I got on my channel and I told you guys this. And then next thing you know, some of my videos, all of a sudden, they somehow disappeared. Now, to you that were saying things like, they're saying that I have to take it. They're saying that I'm forced to take it. They're saying, I told you guys, you on your jobs and in your professions, I said, if your job is telling you verbatim from their mouth that you have to get fulfilled, I told you guys to tell them, give it to you in writing. Give it to you in writing, because people, y'all listen to me. I'm trying to say this slow as possible. You guys, a lot of you have been tricked and deceived into getting fulfilled You've been tricked and deceived into getting fulfilled based off of hearsay and words. And it was a big, huge rumor. Oh, follow. Well, Ty, because there's some jobs. Listen, they told you by words, by mouth, but I said get it in writing. Now, there were some jobs that did put it in writing and gave it to you. Now you have a right to come back and sue because I'm about to show you why. Check this out. This is what they gave medical professionals. What if I decide not to get the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine? It says this is from them. This is from Pfizer. This is from them. Remember, this is CDC stuff. It is your choice to receive or not receive the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. Should you decide not to receive it, it will not change your standard of medical care. Okay. Yeah, I know. Y'all all went based off of hearsay. I told y'all to get it in writing. Now, immunocompromised persons, including individuals receiving immunosuppressants therapy, may have a diminished immune response to the COVID-19 fulfillment. But yet, they were scaring people that were immunocompromised, especially people who are immunocompromised. This is something that is really important, and they can further because the people that are immunocompromised, if they they're saying these words to you over the airways, and this is also another thing to some of y'all physicians and some of y'all doctors that you guys all have as your primary care physician and your doctor. Listen to me. A lot of people that's in the medical field, when we go to school for medical therapy, all those different things, like when we go to school for it, typically what we do, we are doing, saying, preaching, and teaching what the doctors before us said, done, preached, and taught. A lot of doctors, a lot of physicians, a lot of PAs, a lot of nurses, a lot of therapists, we do what the ones before us did. We do our jobs based off of before the ones, but a lot of us don't take time to sit back and think. See, there are techniques that I do with a lot of my patients that other therapists have not even tried and had not even done, to the extent to where if I do write up if I do some notation or some documentation, some people have to come back and ask me, Ty, what is this right here when you put Ty's traction? Because I came up with my own way of doing traction to a particular patient that relieved them of their symptoms. So it's like, this is Ty style traction. So in this outpatient clinic that we were in before, everybody knew what the Ty style traction was because it was my technique that I came up with. Now, if I just kept on following the ways that other therapists then done it, then this patient never would have got relieved. You always need to be thinking outside the box. You don't have to always just do what everybody else done. If you find a better way of doing something, then by all means, share it with the world so you possibly can be helping somebody else. So what am I saying that for? A lot of people who went to their doctors did the same thing because the doctors didn't even know. Let's just be real. A lot of physicians and a lot of doctors did not even know. All they know is that whoever came and told them, hey, your people that are suppressed or immunocompromised, they definitely should be worried because if they get it, they can end up. So what the doctors do, I highly recommend that you do it because I'm being told as your doctor that you possibly can X, Y, and Z. When the doctors, I'm trying to get so much out. The doctors themselves were driven and deceived and coerced by fear themselves, up to the extent they forgot the fundamentals and the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s of virology and cytology, knowing how these things work. They didn't even want to take the time to think about the COVID vaccine. No, they didn't want to take the time to think about the COVID protein or the COVID virus itself to see how it functioned, how it operated. Not at all. They did it based off this world system and everything that was going around. I told y'all, just because people are doctors, lawyers, CEOs, that does not mean that they are the smartest people in the world and that they got the most common sense. Don't forget to hit that like button right now, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to hit that like button. Now here, check this out. This is another thing I want you guys to know. Pfizer fulfilled 19 may not protect all vaccine recipients. YouTube showing you guys. Hold on. See that? Right there. Pfizer, y'all can see it for yourselves, may not protect all vaccine recipients. So then why are y'all trying to push all people to get it? If it's not going to protect me and you guys are telling me that it's going to protect me, why are you pushing people to get it? I'm just asking the question, YouTube. I'm not telling you. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all follow the WHO guidelines and make sure y'all follow what the CDC says when it comes to getting fulfilled or unfulfilled. Got to throw it in there. Suprov says, Ty, love your channel and love your spirit. Thank you and God bless you. Appreciate that, sister. Okay, I knew Fauci was lying from his HIV days. My cousin, a PA, sweet, shout out, was already treating people successfully with, we can't say that. Y'all can read this, right? I'm gonna leave that there, but I can't say that. Right now, we still can't say that, by the way. So Ashton, appreciate the super chat. Guys, again, I know that I didn't mention this earlier, but Ashton, for future references, and Miss Supra for future references, it would be better if y'all sent it to the Cash App right there. Because I don't want YouTube to get nothing. What you guys give me, I don't want YouTube to get none of that. Okay, now listen. To everybody most likely in America that you may have already had a fulfillment of measles, mumps, and rubella. You might have had a fulfillment of Hep A, Hep B, Hep C. You might have had a fulfillment of the current flu fulfillment, right? Look at this. This is why I was telling people, I just wanted people to be careful. There is no information on the co-administration of the BioNTech COVID-19 fulfillment with other vaccines. In other words, they don't know how it's going to react with anything else that's in your body. Information to provide to vaccine recipient caregivers. You must communicate to the recipient or their caregiver a fact sheet. Did any of y'all get one? When you guys went and got fulfilled, did any of you guys get a fact sheet? A fact sheet. Fact sheet. I bet y'all didn't, did y'all? Y'all just got it. Oh, thank God. I have it now. I think I'm good. Did any of y'all get a fact sheet? This telling us, medical professionals, nurses, and all that. That's what I said. They didn't even know it because they didn't take time to read what I'm just reading to y'all. You must communicate to the recipient or their caregiver fact sheet for recipients and caregivers. Here we go, guys. FDA has authorized the emergency use of the COVID-19 fulfillment, which is not FDA approved. YouTube, there it is. FDA has authorized the emergency use. Y'all can read that yourselves. I'm not going to say it out loud. Which is not an FDA approved fulfillment. The recipient or their caregiver has the option to accept or refuse the COVID-19 fulfillment. Huh? But they told me I had to take it. They told you by word, didn't they? But everybody, I know, by word. See, that's why I was trying to tell y'all, some of y'all can just be so easily deceived because y'all doing things based off of hearsay, and they got you with the sensationalism, the propaganda, the fear that's being passed on you here and there. Oh, they're saying it everywhere. Everybody got masks. All the grocery stores. Oh, that means we must get it. They played y'all. I tried to tell y'all from the beginning. Oh, okay. Somebody said, can we see it again? There it is at the bottom. See it? FDA has authorized the emergency use of the Pfizer COVID-19 fulfillment, which is not FDA approved fulfillment. The recipient or their caregiver has the option to accept or refuse. Y'all could have took this fact sheet. If they gave you a fact sheet, you could have took that to your job and told them, hey, look, this is what this says. But my job said if I don't get it, then I am fired. Right? That's what some of y'all were told. You should have told them to put it in writing. And then if they put it in writing, you will be on your way so you can get ready to come back and sue. Because your jobs, I told y'all, even on your jobs, your CEO, the owners of your facilities, they did the same exact thing. They were easily coerced by word of mouth. Oh, the White House said it. Oh, the governor said that we have to. And y'all all did it by word without having it in writing or in policy. This came at me on my job. When the head person of my facility said this to me, I said, I want that in writing. Oh, well, no, we all know because we heard, no, sir, respectfully, no. You put it in writing, you put it in policy that I have to do this. You put it in writing, put it in policy, and you send it to me because I'm going to have a paper trail because I'm letting you know what I'm going to do once you put that in writing. Ladies and gentlemen, did my job do that? Nope. Well, then they told me, don't go around and tell other employees what I'm doing. Y'all think I listen? I went around and told everybody, y'all, look at this fact sheet. I just highlighted some things and I handed like this. I highlighted things and I handed it to them. People came back, Ty, thank you so much. They told me I had to get it. I was so scared. I know. Did they put it in writing? Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you abide by the WHO and the CDC recommendations. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all abide by the WHO and the CDC recommendations. Hearsay. Okay? Listen to this. Listen to this. What have you guys been hearing about this? Huh? This COVID fulfillment? You need to do what the WHO and the CDC says to protect yourself and your family and your friends. That's what y'all heard over the airways. Huh? There is no Food and Drug Administration approved vaccine to prevent what? Huh? What? Y'all want it closer? There is no U.S. Food Drug Administration approved fulfillment to prevent COVID-19. Huh? But I know what they told you. But I know what everybody said. But did the TV, I know what TV said. But did my job, I know. I know. This is coming from them. This is coming from them, straight from the horse's mouth. Again, so I can show this because I wanted this on every page. Fact sheet for recipients and caregivers. This is back in 2019. Huh? Look at this. It is your choice to receive the fulfillment. Want to read this? Unapproved fulfillment that may prevent. There is no FDA approved fulfillment to prevent, but they're telling y'all all day long. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all need to listen to what the WHO and the CDC is telling y'all. Medical professionals, this form right here, these papers, medical professionals had this paper. They decided, a lot of them decided not to read this. They just decided to just say, I believe what they're telling us. We're going to do it. When I sat there and pushed this around to the hospitals and the facilities that I go to, a lot of them did not want to take time to read it. It came down to money, because if we keep on pushing this stuff out and administering it, you got a big paycheck. Let's just be real. I'm keeping it 100. I don't care. They can say what they want to. I'm good. My stuff, everything, every place I go to, everything I have in there is approved. I am unfulfilled with everything. I'm unfulfilled with the flu. I'm unfulfilled with me. I've never been fulfilled. And guess what? Neither have my children. My children are unfulfilled with everything. They went to school from kindergarten all the way through without being fulfilled with anything. No measles, no mumps, no rubella, no chickenpox, none. They are unfulfilled with everything. Because we all been deceived into doing it based off of what everybody else has done and what you've been told. You've been told, we've been told, your kids cannot go to school if they are unfulfilled. Lies. My kids did. You were told, if you don't do this, ladies, I went through 2 different programs in the medical field, 2 different degrees, and I was completely unfulfilled in all of them. I didn't get fulfilled with anything. I signed forms to decline the fulfillments. And here I am. Since 2005. Here I am. Okay? Again, just for the people in the back. See that? See that? It's unapproved. It's unapproved, ladies and gentlemen. See that? Unapproved. The duration of protection against the C-19 is currently unknown. They told y'all that, and the reason why is because guess what? I said, guys, do not be surprised if later on down the road you might have to get a booster. Don't be surprised if you might have to get another booster and another booster. And want to know why? Because they told us from the beginning the duration of the protection is currently unknown. But here. Hold on. Let me see something. The duration against the fulfillment, the COVID fulfillment 19 is currently unknown. It may not protect all recipients. So when you put 2 and 2 together, we knew that these people that are saying these things over the airways that y'all listened to, that y'all believed in, got some money. The duration against the COVID-19 fulfillment is unknown. Things that came with the fulfillment. If you got yourself fulfilled, okay, so YouTube can see it. Signs of severe allergic reactions, difficulty breathing, swelling in your face or throat, fast heartbeat, which we call tachycardia, a bad rash all over the body, dizziness and weakness. Also, what's this, ladies and gentlemen? What's that word? What's that? Myocarditis? So y'all would not be able to come back to these people and say, that's why y'all wouldn't, a lot of y'all, you're not going to be able to go back and sue them or nothing. Because they're going to be under the assumption that whenever you got yourself fulfilled, that you most likely read the fact sheets before you did it. And they told you that it might come with one of these things right here, and you still decided to do it. So when you hear about people talking about myocarditis and things like that today or whatever like that, they're going to say to you guys, well, we told y'all already that these are some of the things, and y'all still decided to get it done. Well, they told us it had to be done. No, we didn't say it had to be done, because in the fact sheet, we told you if you do not want to get it, you don't have to. Yeah, I know. I know some of y'all, I told y'all because you felt deceived. Now, some of the symptoms also include, let me show it to YouTube real quick. YouTube snapshot that. Severe allergic reactions, okay? Myocarditis, pericarditis, injection site pain, tiredness, and headache. Okay? That came from them, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else in here that might be of importance to you guys before I close this thing out. Okay? All right. Limitations of effectiveness. The Pfizer COVID-19 fulfillment may not protect all vaccine recipients. They gave you the information. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else in here that I can bring to you guys. And again, let's see. Drug interactions. It says there are no data access to the administration of the Pfizer fulfillment with other vaccines. So in other words, they don't know how it's going to react with other things that you might have in your body already, okay? Let me see if I can find y'all something else. Because if not, then I'm getting ready to conclude this thing and close it out, because now you guys have an understanding of what I'm saying this for. Okay. This right here, this fulfillment is being made available for emergency use exclusively through the CDC. Y'all see that? It said healthcare providers must enroll as providers in the vaccine program. But the question is, do they enroll? And it says, and comply with the provider requirements. See that? However, vaccination providers may seek appropriate reimbursement from a program or a plan that covers COVID-19 fulfillment administration fees for the vaccine recipient. Look at that. Medicaid, Health Resources Service Administration. For non-insured recipients, everybody was getting it. Okay. Listen to this. When it came to anybody that wanted to report on an injury, and I read this to you guys when I did this in 2019. Y'all see that? The vaccination provider is responsible for responding to the FDA's request. And you see what I wrote right there? If the FDA requested of any information about the vaccine administration errors, adverse events, cases of MIS in adults and children, and cases of COVID-19 that result in hospitalization or death following the administration of the fulfillment. Y'all think that was reported? Oh, see, look, okay. Clear up. Come on, camera, clear up. Okay. What I'm saying to you guys is this. Right here. The fulfillment provider is responsible for responding to the FDA's request. The question's going to come down to it is, did the FDA request from any medical professionals if anybody had any adverse effects, MIS, hospitalizations from the vaccine, or deaths from the vaccines? If the FDA is not asking none of these medical professionals if anybody's died after getting the fulfillment, then why would they report it? That's what I was trying to tell y'all. I kept saying, y'all, I know for a fact I have people that I've worked with between Missouri and Central Illinois that after they got themselves fulfilled, within a few days, for some odd reason, they died. But if the FDA is not asking for those, then why are they going to report that? They passed away. I got somebody that I work with that actually is a co-worker of mine whose family member was doing good. That family member got sick with the C-19. That family member recovered, right? She recovered like in a week and a half. After a week and a half, she's back out in her yard. She's gardening, doing all this. She got somehow told or somehow moved to go get herself fulfilled. When she got herself fulfilled, she was immediately back in the hospital. All kind of stuff started happening. Her bodily system started to shut down. She passed away. If the FDA is not going to ask them, hey, did anybody die after getting fulfilled? Then why is the hospitals in different places going to report it? That's only if the FDA requested. But do y'all think the FDA requested it? No. So you will never be able to have any data on anybody, mainly that passed away after they got themselves fulfilled. They told us in the words, people. The significant known and potential risk and benefits of the fulfillment and the extent to which such risk and benefits are unknown. So they just told y'all that they don't even know what the benefits of getting it is going to do. But all along, I know I'm mad about this. I know I'm not really mad. I'm just passionate. But all along, y'all were told to do it. Oh, YouTube, for your reading, YouTube. The significant known and potential risk and benefits of the vaccine and to the extent to which risks and benefits are unknown. We don't even know if it's going to benefit you to get it. It's unknown. Why wouldn't it be unknown? You want to know why? Because when you do a scientific hypothesis, you actually have a whole lot of test subjects that you do over the course of, typically when it comes to things like vaccines and things like, the efficacy of it, it takes years. That's why they were telling y'all the truth. It is unknown. We don't know what the benefits of it going to be. We don't know if it's going to protect you. We don't know how long it's going to protect you, should there be any protection anyway. And it may be a possibility that if it does not protect you that well, you might have to get something else to possibly make a little bit more protection. But that little thing that we give you again, it may not protect you as much either because we don't know what it's going to be. You want to know why? Y'all already know what I'm going to say. You were the hypotheses. You were the say. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all listen to what the WHO is telling you guys to do. Make sure y'all listen to the WHO's recommendations. Make sure y'all listen to the CDC's recommendation and what you should do when it comes to getting yourself fulfilled or unfulfilled. No, when it comes to getting yourself fulfilled. Don't forget to hit that like button right now, ladies and gentlemen. 600 some odd folks in here. I really appreciate you guys being in here, taking your time out of your day to listen to me rant on about this. But the thing is, I really do care about you guys. I really do care about you as a person. I want you to have the truth. And even after you've been presented with the truth and you decide to get yourself fulfilled, at least you knew the truth before you got it done. But a lot of people were not doing this to you. Your doctors, your PAs, your medical professionals, any nurse, they should have been giving you guys a fact sheet before you got yourself fulfilled. Okay. In order to mitigate the risk of using this unapproved product under the emergency use and to optimize the potential benefit of this vaccine, the following items are required. Look at this. It says this fulfillment provider must communicate to the individual that is receiving the fulfillment or their caregiver information consistent with a fact sheet for caregivers. I'm going to show this to y'all. I highlight this stuff because I point out the stuff that's obvious. In order to mitigate the risk of using this unapproved but authorized fulfillment, it says must communicate to the individual that's receiving it a fact sheet for the recipients and caregiver. And I asked all from Missouri to Central Illinois, especially some of our nursing homes, any POA, any caregiver, did you guys receive a fact sheet? 95% of the people said no. 95% said no. You didn't get a fact sheet when you got yourself fulfilled. So anyway, let me see. I'm just going to see if there's anything else I need to share with you guys from this that I've highlighted. And I don't think that there is. So anyway, listen to this. Appreciate the super chat here. Double Bruce says best part of being on a conspiracy theorist, not having myocarditis. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. This says, although limited scientific information is available. YouTube, I'm going to show you. Although limited scientific information is available, trust the science. I trust the science. I trust Dr. Fauci. I trust the science. I trust what Dr. Fauci says. But what does the fact sheet says? Limited information is available. Although limited information is available, it is reasonable to believe that the fulfillment may be effective for prevention of COVID-19 in individuals as specified in the full emergency use authorization prescribing information. Huh? Wait, limited scientific information? Trust the science. There is limited. We don't know what the science really is, but trust the science. I told y'all, because of the way that they word things, they know how to do this psychological manipulation to where it feels like you have been given an answer when all along you've been deceived. It's been a trick of the devil since the beginning of time. It's been a trick of the devil since the Garden of Eden. Tricked. Okay. Okay. This is called the Countermeasures Injury Compensation Program. Okay. This is a federal program that has been created to help pay for related costs of medical care and other specific expenses and compensate people injured after use of medical countermeasures. Medical countermeasures are specific vaccines, medication, devices, or other items used to prevent, diagnose, blah, 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 blah. That's what they have right here. If you are injured by any of these, but most likely they have to ask the doctors first. Okay, so what I'm saying is this. Y'all like, what are you talking about? There it is. The CICP is a federal program that has been created to help pay for related costs of medical care and specific expenses to compensate people injured after the use of certain medical countermeasures. Medical countermeasures are specific vaccines. So what they're saying is that if you've been injured by the C-19 fulfillment, we'll pay for countermeasures to keep you from getting worse, or we'll try to pay for the measures to keep you good. But what they are telling you is that we're not going to pay you if we injured you because you agreed to it, because we told you that it was unapproved and it was authorized. We told you that if you did not want to get it, you don't have to. But y'all probably weren't being told it because you did not have the fact sheets, period. So to sum all of this up, ladies and gentlemen, to me, I know it might seem like a I don't care what Elon Musk is getting ready to release. God bless Elon Musk for pushing the truth out there. God bless him for that. But it's always been there. It's always, so whatever he's going to, I don't even know what he's going to release. He might not even release anything that I just showed you guys. But whatever it is that he's going to release, it's not going to be nothing new for a lot of us that actually took our time out to actually listen to, study, and research this stuff. It's not going to be anything new to us. It's not going to be anything new. So what y'all expect to happen at all of this? Y'all think that all of a sudden that some people are going to rise up and come against this? No. Y'all think that Congress is getting ready to, but Ty, when we take the House, we're going to go after Fauci. They're going to have all this information to be able to backpedal on and say, we gave out information to the listening public. We only said what we suggested. I told some of y'all, and I showed y'all in videos on my YouTube channel, I went into multiple facilities without wearing that mask. You want to know why? Because on the face sheet, they said it is recommended. Y'all took recommended like I said. I told y'all these interchangeable words. Y'all, 1 minute y'all will see recommended, the next minute y'all will see required. 1 minute you'll see approved, 1 minute you'll say authorized, and y'all think that they mean the same thing, but they don't. I go into a grocery store, sir, shut up talking to me because your sign said it's recommended. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. And they hated when I did that, but I loved it. Every grocery store, every convenience store, every hardware store, I went in there without one on because the sign said it is recommended. They told me I had to put a mask on. I got to do what? Sir, go get your manager. Yes, sir. Hey, sir, why is your employee telling me I need to put a mask on? Do they want me to sue them? Because you know that's harassment, right? You know they're harassing me. They're trying to make me put a mask on. I don't have to put anything on. It says it's recommended that I put one on. And then if it does say, if the manager, one time the manager said, no, sir, you do have to put one on. I said, go get your store book policy and show it to me so I can get ready to come back and sue you because it's recommended. It's not required. Going into the restaurant, sir, can you put a mask on? No, get out of my face and sit me down so I can go over there and sit down and don't have a mask on like everybody else in this restaurant is doing. I made people think about this stuff. I go into a restaurant, you tell me I got to put a mask on at the front of the door, but then while y'all walk us over to go sit down, I got to take it off. How stupid is that? They didn't see y'all think that, people didn't take time to think. Y'all did not take time to think. You were just told what to do and you did it. Thank God I always had a skeptical and rebellious type mindset and attitude since I was a kid. I told y'all, you can tell me, Ty, it is a very beautiful day outside. I would go, oh, okay, all right. I'm going to go check if it is indeed a beautiful day outside. I don't care what anybody tells me. I simply wanted folks to think this over. And now, I hate to say it this way, I get people to write me on emails. I get people to tell me, Ty, my mom took it and she went downhill. Ty, my dad took it. He went downhill. I have people write me, Ty, I took it myself and now I got heart issues. I really do feel sorry for you guys. I really do pray for you guys. I do know that there were a lot of you that got yourselves fulfilled because you were fearful. This has never happened in the history of the world. You didn't know what to do. You just took your chances on rolling with it. I completely understand the psychological reasoning why you did it. I get it. To some of us who have been unfulfilled, I'm telling you, you and I are going to have compassion and mercy towards the ones that I just described to you. But I'm not going to lie to you, friends. The ones who were so virtuous with this and trying to rub it in our face, all y'all that were, you're impeding on my right to breathe and you're going to die and you're going to kill your grandma. I hope you are burning right now. I hope that you pissed off at me. Good. Aha. Huh? Who's right? Huh? And I'm not doing this to brag and throw it in your face, rub it in your face, but rub all in your face, all in your face, all in your. I hope that you are pissed off. I hope that you are sitting there regretting that you made the biggest mistake possibly in your life. I don't want you to die from it. I don't want you to have any adverse effects from it, but I want you to soak it up and understand that you are wrong. And if you were my child right now, this is exactly how I would be talking to you. I told you not to do it, didn't I? Oh, but you thought because, oh, Dad, you're going to be wrong. You're always getting on me. You're always trying to make me do. I want you to learn from the mistake that you made. You made a mistake. You ruined some families. You were out there virtue signaling. You were out there thought that you was doing something right. You thought that you were better than everybody else. You thought that you were the cream of the crop because you followed everything that they told you to do. And anybody that didn't do it, you felt that you were better than them. And all along, you put your own life, your own family, your own people around you at risk unknowingly because you thought that you were doing the right thing. Just because you think something is right does not mean that it's right. You got hit. I showed y'all these papers way back from 2019. I did this maybe 3 or 4 times on my channel and still has some of you guys all in here. Oh, you're just trying to spread conspiracy theories. Oh, you're just trying to. Oh, yeah. They gave us those papers. Now, some of y'all have lost people. Y'all have lost family, kids. Y'all hear about all these athletes. All of a sudden, people dropping dead left and right because of heart issues and heart issues. I'm not saying it's due to the fulfillment. So YouTube, don't try to tag me on no medical misinformation. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to make sure that you follow the guidelines of the WHO and their recommendations. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to make sure that you follow the guidelines of the CDC and their recommendations. Love is way truth life says, got rid of the such and such flu twice with honey, garlic, cayenne pepper, strep throat treatment for inflammation, works wonder, never got fulfilled. Absolutely 100%. Now, appreciate the super chat right there. God bless you for that. You have another here from Double Brewski says, Red has a question for you, MRM. Let's see. Red, you just said modern. I don't see. Okay, Red. I don't know what your question is, sis. So take some time out to ask me again. I might be able to scroll back up and see it, but if you know how to do the modern thing. So you just got y'all help me. Let me see. I'm trying to go back up and see if there's something that you said, Red. Oh, Red. Okay, so folks, anyway, the whole thing is this. I know this is probably one of the biggest, craziest things that we all went through as human beings. But again, I think it's really sad that a lot of people got played off of. It's really sad that a lot of people emotions got played off of. It is terrible. I get it. But at the same time, y'all, this thing that happened showed y'all proof. It exposed so much when it comes to us in the medical field. It showed you. I'm talking on behalf of medical professionals, physical therapist assistants, doctors, PAs, nurse practitioners, nurses. Look what it did to our profession. How in the world can a lot of people come back and trust anything that we say, anything that we do, when we sat here and got railed by all this hearsay that we did not take the time out to read this stuff like I just read ourselves? A lot of doctors, y'all did not take the time to read it. A lot of my colleagues in this profession, a lot of physician assistants, when I presented this to them, I said hats off and I salute you to the ones that actually said, okay, this is what I'm getting ready to do for my patients now. Ty, thank you so much. I feel guilty that I did not read it. One of the doctors, he took a leave of absence because he felt like he was going to be responsible for some of these people losing their lives because he said he rolled with it too. It's all about the mind. These doctors, a lot of people that do a lot of things, we only do it because of what the previous professions that did this thing did without questioning it ourselves. I don't do that. I don't operate like that. I don't function like that. Like I just don't. So, okay, Derek. Wait, where'd it go? Red, Red, MRM, Rod Stewart, 11-year-old son passed out on a soccer field. They thought it was a heart attack. He was fulfilled. Of course, sis. Of course it was. So, folks, to conclude this thing, and I'm getting ready to close this out, but double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to your channel. Okay, there's 600 some people in here, and I guarantee you all 600 y'all are not y'all all. There's no way All 600 of you are not subscribed to my channel. What happened is this. Word got around that I'm talking about something. So what YouTube did was sent in their pawns to come in here. They sent in their, they little minions to go in here to get ready to try to shut me down for possibly spreading medical misinformation. But I showed it in the papers that we got from the CDC and all that stuff like that. So they can't do that. Let's see. It says, how Lottie Martin, appreciate the super chat there, says, God bless you for that, says, how are we going to look after this and make people well and good? That right there, my friend, is going to be based off the people who and their response and how they want to do, how they want to react to all this. I'm serious. That's all. That's all. That's the only thing. People are going to look stupid. People are going to not want to trust their doctors. I hope that this is going to make people in America completely mistrust the government, mistrust the FDA, mistrust the WHO, mistrust the CDC. But y'all need to make sure y'all abide by what the WHO says and recommendations and by what the CDC says. So everybody out there, I'm not your medical doctor. I'm not your medical professional. I'm not that to any of you that's listening to me. I did this for information purposes only. And you need to go and check with your own physician and with your own doctor when it comes to anything like this whatsoever. Okay, folks, to conclude and to get ready to end this, nothing is going to come of this when all this information gets out. Nothing. I hate to break it to y'all. You are not going to get any justice. You are not going to get any revenge. You are not going to get a thing. Congress, when Elon Musk released all this stuff, which he has been doing, God bless him for it, it's stuff that we've been knowing. When he released these new files of anything that Twitter has done, and we took the House, we took the House. And when next year comes, Congress is going to go and investigate. And when they investigate it, nothing is going to come of it. Because guess what? If they do find evidence that it was wrongdoing and all this stuff like that, yada, yada, peanut butter, what they're going to do, they're going to give it to who? The Department of Justice to go and persecute these people. But the Department of Justice is being used by the arm of y'all know who to do their business. And the Department of Justice is not going to do a thing about it. I'm just telling y'all straight out, you might as well accept what I just said and be ready to move on with your life. Don't sit here and hope. Don't sit here and think that something's about to go down. Oh, it's about to go down. Oh, they're about to do this. Arrests are going to be made. No, it's not. I'm just telling you, no, it's not. Swallow the pill that I just gave you and just take it as it is. The best thing you can do is pray for those evil folks that they get themselves right, because nothing is going to happen to them, folks. I'm trying to tell y'all so you don't sit there and keep it in your brain for the next 2 years that something is going to go down, that something is going to happen, that they're going to do something, they're going to change something, somebody's going to go to jail. Nobody is going to jail. Nobody's going to be prosecuted. And if they even are going to go after this and investigate and they do find some evidence of blah, 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 they're still going to say, you guys consented to it. You guys signed up on the form. It's your fault because you did not read the contract. That's what it's going to come down to. You consented to an emergency use authorized fulfillment that was not approved. You decided to do that. There is going to be no justice in it, folks. So I'm going to leave it at that. 600 some odd people in this chat. Really appreciate you guys all being here. I really appreciate you guys listening to me rant on this. If you want to donate to the channel, God bless you. I recommend that you do it through Cash App and not through YouTube Super Chat. The Cash App is right there. You see it? You see it scrolling right here? See the little ticker? See that? Boop, boop, boop. The hashtag Modern Renaissance Man. I would rather have you send your donation there. If you do send a donation, God bless you. If you don't send a donation, God bless you. It does not matter to me. That's not what I do for. I'd rather you be in great health more than anything. I don't care about nobody's money, but to the ones that like to send gifts and donate to the channel, that's how you can do it right there, okay? I appreciate it. If you do, great. If you don't, great. Double check to make sure that you are still subscribed to this channel, because I guarantee a lot of you guys are not. Okay. When you do subscribe, hit the bell notification. Some of you guys in here don't know what that means. Okay. You see this right here? When you click the word subscribe, next to the word, matter of fact, I'm gonna do a share screen with you guys. I'm gonna go and subscribe to a channel so I can show y'all how to do this. Okay. So check this out. Let's say I'm gonna go over to somebody. Let's see whose channel I'm subscribed to. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all something here real quick. Okay. Say for instance, look at Uncle Tom looking crazy. Say for instance, right here. Y'all see this? Okay. You see where it says subscribe right here? Right? Where it says subscribe right here. I click subscribe. Next to it, see the bell notification? Click the bell notification. Then go down right here and click all. That means you'll receive all notifications, is what it says right here. That's how you do that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So when you subscribe to my channel, that's how you click all notifications. All right. With that being said, folks, again, I really appreciate y'all support. I really appreciate you guys all being in here. All 600 of you guys being in here. I really, really appreciate you guys listening. I really hope that you guys get this information and you pass it along to your friends and family so they can know about this. Before I get out of here, I want to make sure that I did address all of the super chats. I really do appreciate it. But again, I would rather have you send it to Cash App. I don't even know how to say that right there. Gas BA 7 Yorkshire Salt with the $2 super chat. Appreciate the super dollar super chat. The super dollar super chat. I really appreciate the $2 super chat. God bless you. Make sure you share this video, folks. Make sure again that you guys like this video. With that being said, folks, I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.